All right, it is sunny and dry. We are all headed outdoors to take advantage of our beautiful state this summer, but it is so important to remember we are not the only ones out there. When you go hiking or biking, there's a good chance you'll encounter a furry friend, maybe even a big one, a moose. What do you do when you spot a moose in the wild? Joining me to tell us more, Rusty Robinson, Central Region Wildlife Manager for Utah's Division of Wildlife Resources. Rusty, thanks so much for being here. I love this topic.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Okay, can we go over the basics? Where are the moose in Utah? How common is it to see one?
Moose are in the northern half of the state mostly. It's not entirely uncommon, depending on where you are, to run into moose, especially if you're along the Wasatch Front, northern Utah, and the Uintas. Moose are quite common.
And obviously we want to, respect our animal friends who are sharing our land. We're really going into their home, right? But are moose especially dangerous? Do they attack people often?
They don't attack people often. They're nothing to be afraid of, but they are something to be cautious around. Moose are just big, and they know they're big. And so, unlike other wildlife like deer that will usually run away when you get close, moose know they're the biggest thing around, and they will let you get too close. They're big, and they like to throw their weight around. So the main thing with moose is just give them space. If you're hiking on a trail and you run into one, give it a wide berth. If you don't have to get past it, then just turn around and go the other way. And the main thing is watch their body language. A moose will tell you when you've gotten too close.
Okay, interesting.
They'll pin their ears back like a horse. When a horse is agitated, they'll make the hair on their neck stand up. They might even stomp. They might lick the outside of their mouth and nose. The other thing they might do is, and the only way I know how to describe it is, they'll get that crazy look in their eye. So if you see any of those types of behaviors, you've probably gotten too close and it's time to turn around.
Right. If you can really point those out, maybe you're just a little too close to that moose. It's so important to be just really aware of your surroundings when you're out in the outdoors.
Right.
So if for some reason you just get too close to that moose, either you're not paying attention or the moose kind of wanders onto your path, what should you do? If I'm noticing some of those danger signs, what should I do to make sure that I stay safe at that point?
Just back away slowly. Don't try to yell at her or be aggressive. Just back away. Just give it some space. It's just telling you, you're in my personal space. I don't really want you here. Mm-hmm. A lot of times dogs can make those encounters worse. The moose get especially agitated around dogs, so make sure your dog's on a leash, things like that. But yeah, if you start seeing those behaviors, just back away and give it some space.
Got it. That's a great tip. I know a lot of us love to hike with our dogs, so just remembering to keep them on a leash. Even if you trust your dog really well, you don't know what else could be, sharing your space with you. Can you share with us any tips online where we can find maybe a breakdown of what we just talked about? And I know you guys even have like a lot of resources in terms of where are some good places to enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah, probably the best place for animal behavior and tips and tricks, things to avoid, is wildawareutah.org. There's a lot of good tips, safety tips on there about moose and bears and cougars and all kinds of stuff.
Perfect. wildawareutah.org. We'll have that linked on our website as well, abc4.com/GMU. Rusty Robinson, thanks so much for being with us this morning. Have a great one.
Thanks for having me. You too.